Ducati Supersport is an idea that we had in mind when considering which type of sports bike we had in the model range up to now. When we consider 959 or the 1299 Panigale, that are typical bikes that are very good for a track day, or they are also very good when you want to make a Sunday blast, which is fast riding on a normal road during weekends. But we wanted to develop a product that it was good also for everyday commuting, as normal riding in the city, or good for a weekend, more relaxed riding, that is not only the very fast riding typical of a superbike. And so we decided to build a Supersport, which is a motorcycle that can be used every day, but have the same gene, is the same sportive DNA of a typical Ducati. I want to remind that this is made possible by the riding position, so ergonomics is very peculiar. The rider sits in a far more relaxed position than in a conventional superbike. The seat 8, it's in a position that can be reached and made possible also for people that are not very tall, and so the bike is accessible and comfortable. The bike is available on a standard version and on an S version. As we'll see on my back, the red one is standard and the white one is S, where the main difference is the suspension, that are all-ins front and rear, and the electronic gear shifter, because on the S is standard, the DQS, so Ducati Quick Shift, that make possible to change without using the clutch, both downshifting and upshifting. So it's a very peculiar characteristic of this motorcycle that so far in the Ducati range was present only on the 1299 Panigale. Before starting, actually, the world premiere, I want to remind also another product that will not be shown here, but will be new for 2017. It's a product that we will be developed together with the brand Diesel, and will be a special version of the Diavel. So we are working together, as we did for the Monster some years ago, in develop a very special finished Diavel version that will be shown here in Milan in January 2017, in order to then be offered for sale in 2017. So, having said that, we are actually ready to enter into the presentation of the new Ducati of this evening. We will present 4 new Ducatis. So, that gives the size of the effort that, as a company, we are putting into product development. The first one, if it was kind of considered as an image, is kind of a Swiss Army knife, because it's a tool with which you can make really many, many different things. It's a motorcycle that it's very, very versatile, because we have tried to package all together many different characteristics. So when one rider or one customer have to decide why bike only, this may be the perfect choice. Let's see it. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Ducati Multistrada 950. Ducati Multistrada 950 is based on a concept of versatility and accessibility, as we'll see in the next 5 minutes, but combined what we call premium touring capabilities. The base of the concept is, of course, the Multistrada we already developed, coupled with a fantastic power plant that we had in our model range, which is the Testa Stretta 11-degree engine, 937 cubic inch. This engine is very good for a very versatile and accessible dual sport machine, because it has a very interesting level of horsepower, more than 110, with a very flat torque curve. More than 80% of the torque is available between 3,500 RPM and 9,500 RPM. So it's very smooth and can be ridden with pleasure at any RPM. As we'll see, we have added on this combination of power plant and chassis a number of features that makes the bike very much available to very different use, on and off-road. We have equipped the bike with the 19-inch front wheel, adjustable front and rear shock, and the 19-inch front wheel has the intent, as with other options that have been chosen, to give a more broader possibility to go also off-road. Have been made the same with the seat, that when you look in detail, have the same shape as of the Multistrada Enduro. So give the possibility to the rider to move back and forth when riding, staying still on the motorcycle, when riding off-road. The rear side of the grab handle have been shaped in order to make the possibility to fit not only the plastic bag of the typical Multistrada, but also the aluminum panniers that we have developed for the Multistrada Enduro. And also a number of other components are very clear orientation in order to make the bike more capable to go on and off-road. Like, for example, the double-sided swinging arm that make possible to fit in an easy way spoked wheel. When seen from the rider perspective, the bike looks different, for example, for the switches that have been completely redesigned and are specifically started from this model. And there are also components taken from the Enduro, like the stem of the mirror, that are aluminum in order to be stronger. Of course, this motorcycle has the 4 riding mode, as a typical Multistrada. And as for the 4 riding mode, there are available 4 packages of accessory that can customize the bike and get more special, more sporty, more touring, more enduro, or more urban. When we see on my back, there are a number of characteristics that take the motorcycle really different from the current Multistrada and more wide in terms of approach and in terms of possibility even to ride off-road. In order to show that, we even configured what we called an Enduro Pro configuration, in which putting together all the accessories that already are available on our catalog, you immediately get, starting from this bike, a very competent off-road motorcycle. Spoked wheel, knobbed tire, titanium silencer, radiator protection, get from the bike immediately an image which is very strong in terms of looking, and also very competent when you take the motorcycle off-road. And in terms of load, everything has been kind of calculated and tested in order to reach that, like the rear side's double swinging arm and the frame and so on and so forth. This motorcycle, of course, is the perfect platform also to enjoy that in a kind of very relaxed long trip in couple, and to enjoy many different and very nice places, as typical we have also here in Italy and Europe. So let's see the motorcycle in action.